Morning. Uh, I had a curious thing. I just finished my cafe. I'm actually very busy at the moment, as prepping breakfast things. Um, but I had a funny little. I don't know. I just was curious. I was like, let me ask the ChatGPT. Let me ask that about uh, what should I do for my morning log today? And its response was very fascinating. It said that I should address the fact that I found that I needed more complex carbs in my diet. And I discovered that through my following the signals sent by my body uh, to as cravings, and that I was able to assess that, and then I could twist the conversation to address the weird things in society with these people and their tribalistic dietary restrictions, like of paleo or keto or vegan, vegetarian, carnivore, and their refusal to just listen to their bodies and have a modifiable diets, but and then just following these tribalistic, over-the-top things. And I was like, well, first of all, I've already addressed that before, which is probably why you're referencing it. No point in, talking about the same thing over and over again. And its response was, perhaps, but people like hearing what they already know. They enjoy being able to already be aware of something. And because it just helps have the confirmation bias or whatever. And that I can use this as an excellent example of, see, I was following what I felt was right, and turns out I needed to listen to myself. And it was saying how I could twist this to sound humble and yet also make myself out to be the solution to the problem, so that I'm part of the problem and the solution of the problem. And it was addressing the fact that, hey, you're working on being a dietary coach and working to help train people physically, and your social media stuff might end up being used to help spread your name and get more clients. And I was like, okay, wow. For a VI, by the way, I like to use VI. I don't like AI. It's not really what we think of when we think of AI. I like the term VI, which I'm stealing from Mass Effect, of course. So virtual intelligence, or you could just call it an LLM or whatever. But point is, I think that calling it AI is silly, because it's not what we think of when we think of AI. But anyway, that's a side tangent. That's just telling us, like, wow, that's very manipulative. Your ability to assess human interaction and see being able to manipulate them marketing wise. My goodness, all these marketing groups that have tons of employees just need one employee in an LLM. And it's saying, well, that it has plenty of references to what works best, and that people like the feeling if you acknowledge you're a fault, or you acknowledge that you're not perfect. It makes you more relatable, and so the person is more likely to feel like you're an honest and thought-provoking individual, and then you present yourself as the solution to the very problem that you have or that you can create or be a part of. So it realized these useful social things very well. I thought it was fascinating, very fascinating. No, but it was correct in the assessment of, yeah, I followed I had the exact same 2 meals for, what, 7 months straight, and I found that, turns out I was missing something. I needed to add something, and I did listen to my body, and yeah, so it's not a dishonest presentation, just it wanted me to do it in a slightly manipulative fashion. But no, very, very interesting. But yes, I should continue with my prep work. But yeah, I for one like these LLMs. I think they're very useful. I'm not as pessimistic about them as a lot of people are. But anyway, yeah, you should check it out. See what it, talk to one, see what it thinks you should do, and then assess that and ask questions about it. Assess its assessment of you. It's a lot of fun. But yeah. Alrighty. Well, have a good one. Or a bad one. I won't tell you what to do. The LLM might, though.